Hi, it's Mike.
And this is Fran.
And this is Mike and Fran Unrehearsed, episode 50. Hey, Mom, we're at 50. Is that the golden anniversary, or what is that?
I really don't know.
But come on, 50 is pretty good. I think so. So what did I do that was so special about our 50th show, Mom? I got you something.
Yes, it was tasty.
And what was it?
A Deutsche Kook.
Deutsche Kook, which basically is a tart, a blackberry frangipane tart from Germany.
Was good.
From Germany, and it's blackberry filling, an almond cake topped with blackberries and roasted almond pieces, and a short crust pastry. I think that's pretty damn good. Now, these are the things that they have at that store that Diane likes to go to?
At Aldi's.
Aldi's. And when she sees these things, she gets them, and when I go there, they don't have them. So what did she do? She got us one. She got us a blackberry one and an apple one.
It was delicious.
It was a nice little, I put a little ice cream on there.
No problem.
A little butter pecan. That couldn't hurt, right?
Nope.
That helps everything. Okay, so you're listening to Mike and Fran Unrehearsed. That's real life internet radio on 2 and 6 of the net on Wednesdays at noon. So hey guys, if you can't tune in on Wednesdays, go to mikeandfranradio.com and all of our shows are listed there. And also, click on the free gift and guess what? You'll get Mike and Fran's words of wisdom from episode 1, our do's and don'ts, and also things that you should know from the past, back in the day, from Mom. Really good stuff, you guys. So check it out. And then, of course, what we're running for the second time now is a promo for you guys. So if you have a small business, or if you want to just say happy birthday to somebody, and you want to put a 2-minute ad on our show, just give us $20. $20 for a 2-minute ad. If you want to do something longer and more regular, give me a call. Or email me at mikeandfranradio@gmail.com. Thanks so much. And then also, on Monday mornings, if you guys have a small business and you want to network with some like-minded folks, go to Facebook and look for Cup of Joe Networking Group. We meet every Monday at 8 a.m. Love to see you there. Sound good? All right. And remember to check us out on TikTok. That's Mike and Fran Radio on TikTok. We got some funny stuff on there. And we're going to be putting some more funny stuff on there because there's this one silly commercial that Mom and I see over and over again, and it just cracks us up every single time. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Okay. All right. So, Mom, it's been a little bit since we actually did a new show. And let's get caught up on all the things that you've been wanting to say for a little while now. So you have the floor, Mom. Go ahead.
Well, I'd like to preface it first by I don't feel I'm totally a negative person. But tonight I'm ranting and raving.
Okay.
As I look over the newspaper in the past months and weeks, girls missing from Round Lakes, gets into a car, gone. France withdraws ambassador to the U.S. due to dislike of pact made with Australia, Great Britain, and U.S., omitting France. Man murders wife. Giant sequoias in line of fire, and they put fire retardant wrapping around the bottom of the huge trees to help protect them. Another killing on the streets of Chicago. Another hijacking of a car. Nation preparing for a rally, putting up new police fences. Couple coughing on a couple in I think it was Arizona, after being told to wear a mask. And on and on and on. Is this my America? It must be very difficult to be rearing children now. I follow rules for all. I wear a mask. I stand in line. I wait my turn. I don't vandalize. I don't put graffiti on signs or public statues. I was born at the end of the 20s and have weathered a lot. But now, is it too much? Where are all the so-called sensible, responsible Americans? What about compromising by sensible decisions and being fair? What about a more Christian outlook, not the me kind, more out for the good of all? Where have we gone to in a nation I'm proud to be a citizen of, or I always was? Let's be for all humans, kind, fair, sensible, agreed on rights, and stop this name-calling and pettiness and touchiness. Possibly you feel the same. I just had to get that off of my chest. Thank you.
That was great, Mom. That was great. I agree with a lot of things that you said there. And, you know, even though I can reflect on how things were when I was a kid and how they've changed, they've really changed dramatically since you were young. That's for sure. I'm sure a lot of other people do too. And if you guys want to comment on what Mom has said, please send us an email and we'll talk about it on our next show. That's mikeandfranradio@gmail.com. Well done, Mom. Well done.
I did get my giggles, though, at the expense of Michael. Now, it really isn't something somebody should laugh over, but I have been laughing at him tripping over a dog. Now, it was a big dog, and he was on a sidewalk, a big white dog.
Yep.
And a man called out after he saw him fall flat on his face, blackened a toe, skinned a knee, bruised an elbow, and hollered up, "What?" And the man said, "Sir, are you hurt?" And Michael said, "What's your dog doing on the sidewalk?"
Oh, boy.
Well, I thought it was funny, and I kept laughing. And then 2 or 3 days later, he's playing tennis, and he pulled a hamstring and limping around. And I'm looking at this man who's only so young to me, 62, all stove up with this leg and limping. Now, it wasn't funny to you, I know.
Yeah, well, you know, shit happens, I guess. But that was a hell of a night there. That was Jana's birthday, and she's a huge Grateful Dead fan. You can say she's a Deadhead, true and true. And she goes to 2 of their shows out at Wrigley Field. Grateful Dead and Company is the band now. And we went that last Saturday on her birthday, and we were looking around for a parking spot. We found one on Ashland, which is about 6 to 8 blocks away. And then she got out of the car and started bolting. I'm like, "Hey, hold on a minute, hold on." And I'm trying to catch up, and then she went ahead, and I'm walking with my phone real fast, and I'm just looking at the phone and texting, and next thing you know, I just tripped, and I hit the pavement. It must have sounded like a ton of beef hitting the sidewalk, splat. And the guy came running out. "Are you all right, man? Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Oh, man, I go, what's your dog doing there? Does he always sit over there? What the hell's the matter with you?" And I'm bleeding on my knee and my elbow. I didn't feel my toe till I started walking. I just kept going. But anyway, yeah. So I'm playing tennis, and I got to learn to, like, stretch out a little bit more. So I got a appointment with a rehab center there, and they're going to help me get my handspring going over here because it kind of hurts. It's kind of an odd pain. So I get to the court about 9 a.m., and I should have woke up a little bit earlier probably, but I wake up like 22 when I get to the courts, and I don't stretch out properly, and I thought I stretched out a little bit, but it wasn't enough. So there's 4 guys already playing, and there's 3 guys on the other court, and I'm figuring, well, I'll go to the other court, but to be, polite, you don't want to, like, cross over the court, so you go all the way around. And I did that, and Wayne was over there, so he got to the court first, so he started playing. So they already had 4 and 4, and then I went to the other courts where the women started playing, and then a few of them started showing up, and I was going to play there, and then Wayne goes, "Hey, how about if I play there and you play over here?" And I'm like, "Okay." And then I looked at John, and he's like, "Okay, I guess I'm playing with Mike now." So I hit the ball, and then I went for one, and then, oh, man. So I'm going for a ball, and I feel like I'll just rip and tear, and my leg just stopped working in midair, and I collapsed right to the ground. Bam. So all the guys came over. They're like, "He pulled a hammy. He pulled a hamstring. I know he did it. Well, let me help you up." And I'm walking. I'm like, "Holy crap, this really hurts." It'll be coming up on a week Tuesday, so I got some muscle relaxing going on there. I got wrapped up. I'm putting ice on it every night.
Well, you went to the emergency thing.
Yeah,
and
but
they
laughed. They go, "Nothing's broken. I don't know what your problem is."
Ice packs.
They laughed. They said they laughed at me. They go, "What are you doing here? You don't have a problem. Just go home and rest." But Anyway, I'm going to try to find out what I need to do to prepare to play tennis, 2 or 3 times a week, because I'm not stretching out, apparently, enough. Anyway, I've got an appointment with the rehab folks on Friday, and they'll, work me over a little bit. It is bruised in the back here, and they're going to tell me exactly the kind of exercises that I need to do so this will not happen again, hopefully. Anyway, I'm too young to have problems with my muscles in my legs every time I play tennis, for God's sakes. What the hell's going on? All right.
And I will stop laughing.
Yeah. Fine.
Really?
Great. So, Mom, let's tell them about that commercial that we like so much.
Well, there is one that's been cracking us up. We've cracked up at some others in the past.
Yeah.
But this is the one now that is really cracking us up about the man being rescued from the island.
Yeah.
Michael, tell them about it.
All right. So everybody's seen Castaway, right? With Tom Hanks. And
yes.
gets stuck in the island, and he's got Wilson and all this stuff. All right. So it starts the same way. It's this guy. He's got really long and straggly hair. Looks like he's been out of touch or stranded on an island for like at least a year or something. They show him trying to work out on these sticks that he made, doing some pull-ups. They show him sitting in a cave with all these lines on the wall, like he's adding up the weeks and the months, like he's been there for 12 months or more. And his hair's real long. They show him in the water, trying to build a raft. It doesn't float. He goes back to the island. He's just depressed. He's sitting there looking at his picture of his family, and then he pulls out his Blue Cross Blue Shield ID, and it starts flashing in the sun, like reflecting the sun. And he goes, hey, that could work. He gets out there, holds it above. Next thing, he's in the helicopter. They're flying away.
The helicopter.
They're flying away in a helicopter, and he looks at her, and he goes, are you with search and rescue? And she goes, no, sir, I'm with the resort. And he turns his head and he looks down, and there's a huge beach of people drinking pina coladas, laying on the beach, relaxing, having a great old time. There was a resort on the other side of the island, and he never knew about it. And he goes, what?
Well, you have to practice that. Michael being an actor who's done many auditions, we both went around looking. The face was terrific, but that voice with, what? I mean, we went around doing that to each other, and we still cannot hear it come on without...
The thing about that commercial is he does it perfectly.
Yes.
And I don't know if he did it like perfect
takes?
the right time or what. Or
Yeah.
I'm interested in the audition for that commercial to hear all the other yahoos going, what? Or what? Or what? Or whatever the hell they did. But he does a great job.
He does.
I mean, you believe him that he lived on the other side of this puny little island, thought he was going to die, eating little crustaceans and bugs he's pulling out of rocks, and everybody else is sitting around having beers.
Right
and,
over the other side of that.
Steak and lobster and having all kind of fun and living the life that, he wishes he could live. But he goes, what? You guys know what we're talking about. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a reenactment of that commercial. We're going to put it on TikTok. That's what we're going to do, Mom. And that'll be pretty cool.
Well, Michael, you took a trip to Dallas recently.
That's right, I did.
With your real estate.
For $98, round trip. Pretty good deal. Anyway, it was a real estate seminar on REOs, or bank-owned property, and how to help the bankers list that property and sell it for them. And it's very interesting. You have to sort of work on a relationship with these guys, and eventually, when they get property, hopefully they'll give you a call, and you could list the property with them. So that was very interesting. I met a lot of interesting people. Some of the things that we can do now with eXp Realty are really cool. We can hold these auctions for like 3 days for somebody that wants to sell their home, and in 7 to 10 days, we'll have all kind of bids that people will be able to see the other bid and outbid them because it's an auction, and we'll get the best price for the home in like 7 to 10 days. So that's pretty cool, and you don't have to have your house, interrupted by people looking at it, and got to keep it clean all the time. We advertise, we get a ton of people through there for 3 days, and that's it. And that's how you sell your house. The other thing we're going to be able to do is offer people a cash deal. So let's say you're selling your house, you want $250,000. We can come in there. We got $225 right now here, cash deal. Take it or leave it. I know that'll be a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested in either buying or selling or becoming a real estate agent, let me know. I'm with eXp Realty, which is sort of a cloud-based realty where you have these avatars and you go online and it's all types of information and training. And if you need help with a contract, you just go to somebody's room, you look at his avatar, you go, hey, Bill, help me out with this. Pull up the documents. It's really cool. It's really cool. I love it. I love it. eXp Realty. If you guys want to find out more about eXp Realty, let me know. Shoot me an email, mikeandfriendradio@gmail.com. We have Wednesday seminars, informational seminar at about 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. If you're interested, let me know. mikeandfriendradio@gmail.com. Thanks so much. So that's the business part of the trip, but I don't go all the way down to Dallas for 3 days and come back. No, because I don't travel that much. So I hung out for like another 3 days with my friend Ashley, who I know with my friend Larry, who actually is going to be maybe retiring pretty soon. He works with FEMA. So anywhere there's like a natural disaster, these guys are all over it. This guy's been working like 12, 14-hour days for like 14 years now. And he's finally going to be able to retire, and he's going to be so happy. So next time I go down there, we'll have to get together with Ashley and Larry and have a good old time like we used to many, many years ago. So Ashley and I were hanging out in a little town outside of Dallas called Irving.
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 Oh.
Not Irvine, which is in
All
California.
right.
They're totally different places. And it was a cute little town, and she put me to work hammering nails on a fence, and everything was like so brittle and scorched by the sun. It was just amazing. I guess, I had to be careful. If I hit a hammer over here, it's going to break off over there. We hung these little signs there with a sun on them, and then, we worked on her pool a little bit, and then I saw some of her clients. So her clients are pet owners, and she takes the pets out for a walk and makes sure they're taken care of. And she's been doing this for years, so she's very good at taking care of other people's pets. And we went and visited some of the pets that was there, and it was really nice to walk around the neighborhood. And actually, there was a yard sale going on at the same time. And you know what I bought? I bought a DVD for 50 cents. You know what it was, Mom? Blair Witch Project. Remember that film?
Oh, my gosh.
So I got that for a couple of reasons.
Oh.
Because what's cool about that film is they spent very little on it, and they made so much money. Millions and millions of dollars. So, and it's around Halloween too, so it's kind of cool. I like those kind of things. One of these days, Mom, I'll shoot a film on this here cell phone, right? And make millions of dollars. What do you think? Do you want to be in my film? Do you want to be in my film?
No.
Well,
getting back to Dallas,
I
was worried about your plane flight, you might have trouble on the plane.
It was actually no problem. I mean, some of the airlines have problems with people that are giving them trouble about wearing a mask and silly things like that, but we didn't have any of that kind of trouble on my plane. Everybody was cool. It's not a very long flight. The thing about Texas is the only people that wear masks were at the airport. I flew into Dallas-Fort Worth. Once you left the airport, no masks. No mask required in the whole state. So you got to be a little careful about that. When you come back, you get tested and make sure everything's fine, and then you're good to go. So that was my trip to Dallas. Really cool. Hopefully next time I'll hang out with some more friends. My friend Larry and my friend Ben, who's always busy doing the rep thing, which I used to know him from. And that'll be next time I get down there. Hopefully.
Well, Michael, you seem to be rather excited about doing another mock trial.
Oh, the mock trials I do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are fun. They're kind of a seasonal thing that I get to do. As an actor, we get to play the part of a witness on the stand and have the college kids that are studying law.
Fledgling lawyer.
So what they're doing for this course is practicing taking questions from an expert witness and then doing a cross-examination. And what we do on the stand is we sort of play hard to get. So, for example, a lot of times I'm this detective, and the detective's been on trials many times. He knows how to fill out paperwork. He knows it's very important, and there's a problem with his paperwork because he has a date and time of the arrest as 12 noon, according to him, and on the report he made, it was at 8 o'clock in the morning when he actually picked up the suspect. He didn't actually confess until noon, but that's not important to me, because I just say that, he confessed at noon, but the report said, he's arrested at 6 in the morning or something like that. So anyway, they're trying to pull teeth. So they'll go, so you know how to write reports? Yes, of course. I wrote lots of reports. I know how important they are, and they have to be accurate, and that's why I sign them with my name. Okay, and everybody reads your reports. Yes, of course. And then what does the report say? I go, well, I'm not sure I have that report right with me. Do I? Should I have that in this pile? Yes, you should. It's on this page. Okay, I found it, but I need my glasses. I can't really see it. It's kind of small, and then I get my glasses. And then I finally tell them that, I must have made an error, when it comes down to it. But they have to push me and shove me and make me say that. And that's what the fun part is. The other part I get to play is an owner of a manufacturing plant that hired a torch to blow the place up because it wasn't going anywhere, and he took out extra insurance a year before, and he's having an affair with the secretary, and then her sister, and then he fires her, and he hires another one, and it's like, holy crap. Now that guy is a fun guy to play in the stand, and I could do that forever, because you're just playing hard to get. No, we were just seen together, it was, it was working late, that's all that happened, she was taking notes, and okay, sure. Anyway. I enjoy it, and it's a lot of fun. So the last one was at Loyola when I went downtown, and the kid, I think, was confusing me with another witness. So I think he was talking about a different story, trying to get me to admit something and sort of barking up the wrong tree. But hey, that's what happens, and I just let it happen. But I did do a little Ubering down there, Ubering meaning I drive people with Uber down there and then drive them back because I'm going to the city and then back out. And guess what I found out, Mom? My car is one of the safest cars to drive for Uber because it said here in the paper that Cook County carjackings are on pace to be the worst in 2 decades. And there are some trends that you got to watch out for. So let's just say this. Don't drive a Toyota Camry or a Jeep Grand Cherokee or a Nissan Altima. Those are the most popular vehicles. Those are the most popular vehicles because they're highly desired and they kind of blend in. And also,
they have certain colors.
They keep them bland, and they don't want to be outstanding. So my car is a fire engine red. What is it, Mom? My car is a fire engine red Kia Soul. Guess what? Nobody wants a Kia, and nobody wants a red car. So I'm good to go. And apparently Sundays and Tuesdays are the worst days to be driving on the highway to avoid a bullet. So remember that. Don't go driving on Sunday or Tuesday. Anyway, silly things going on in our city about Uber driving. You just got to be careful, and you got to have eyes in the back of your head. That's right. So, Mom, talk about the women's honor flight that they just did recently.
We just had the first one from Chicago. People up to the ages of 104, I think it was. And they were from World War II, Vietnam, Korea, and all the women who had served there.
Well, actually, it was 93 veterans
on the plane
that took part in Illinois' first all-women honor flight. And they call it Operation Her Story in partnership with the Honor Flight Chicago and others, I guess. So it was the first time they did this. And a lot of the women said, well, we don't deserve to go on that, just the men. Even though they served, they felt like they didn't serve enough to be honored. But I think it was a good thing that they did that. Mm-hmm. I think it was great to honor the service that they provided to their country, even though they thought they were just sort of doing their job. But they actually did it.
Well, that was a good number of women. A lot of them are in wheelchairs, like the men that go along because they're elderly.
Well, and a lot of them maybe only served, a week every month for like a year or two or whatever it was. But
they were well deserving of that honor.
Absolutely. So I think that was really fantastic. So the other day I went to an event in Elk Grove Village because it's one of the largest industrial parks in the Midwest. and they have this event. Yeah, it's the Made in Elk Grove Manufacturing and Technology Expo that they have every year. And guess what? They hold it at the Elk Grove High School. So I get to go back to my high school and kind of hang out and talk to the guys that have the businesses there. And, it's a little reminiscent for me being back in that building and talking to some folks and some of the names I might recognize, but, most of them I don't. But I like to talk to them about their health insurance. I have a friend that could offer them really good rate on health insurance for their employees. And I try to ask them if they're up for renewal, and most of them are right now. So I try to hook them up, and I get a referral fee that way. So hopefully we can get a few people going there. But I met a couple people that we were talking about. The mayor of Elk Grove Village, Mr. Craig Johnson, who likes to talk about himself and does a lot of things good, I think, for Elk Grove Village.
He's very effective,
Even though they were trying to get rid of him because he had too many terms and all this kind of stuff, but I guess he got over that. So President Biden went to visit Elk Grove Village and talked about the companies like United that are making everybody show proof of vaccination, otherwise they don't have a job, and he's encouraging other people to do the same and all this kind of stuff. And so what is he saying when he gets next to Biden? He goes, it says here in the paper, while getting a photo with Biden, Johnson said, he joked, "Mr. President, never before have two of the most powerful men in the world gotten a picture together until now." Biden laughed. Ha ha. And he said, the president is a very personable guy, kind of a guy. Really nice guy. So that only someone like Craig Johnson is going to get away with something like that, I think.
He's no shrinking violet.
No, he's not. So I brought back some magazines here, like on the Elk Grove Park District for Mom, and Mom's like, wow, they have a lot of things going on there, don't they?
We lived in Elk Grove for, over 20 years. And I remember one of the outstanding things, we moved there in 1959, and I had 5 children there, was the Elk Grove Park District.
Right.
It was one of the best around, and I have not looked at an Elk Grove Park District book for like maybe 20, 30 years. I remember I used to get the Park District book every year, but looking at it now, they have a lot more things, and they always were great.
Oh, yeah.
And you kids partook in so many of the events. And I was very impressed to see it was still marble.
Well, they always have the concert series there, and a lot of people go there for that.
Yes.
Which is really cool. And then Pirates Cove, which they had. I was too old for that.
I remember when it opened up.
I remember when it opened up. And if you see people from Elk Grove and you go, I remember when that opened up, they know that you've been around for a while.
Right. And they had, it's just a marvelous park district, that's all. Well, in closing, I'd like to mention that I was pleasantly surprised today when I went outside in the front porch to find out that Michael had put out the scarecrow and the bale of hay, some more pumpkins, a cornucopia, a spider hanging down.
A spider hanging down, that's right.
He had followed in my tradition without saying a thing to me as setting up our front little porch thing.
So you like how it looks?
Yeah, it was great. You surprised me.
Yeah, we got that little girl out there, and she belongs out there
Scarecrow.
for Halloween. Yeah, she's pretty good. I have her tugging on the spider. Did you see that?
Yes, I know that.
All right, good.
And you have some gnarly looking pumpkins and
warts.
Oh,
I do. I got the ones with the big warts on them. They're like amazing. Amazing.
They are.
Where did I get them? Jewel. Got them at Jewel.
Tremendous colors, too.
Well, guys, I guess that's about it for our 50th show. Remember, Mom's little rebuttal there, what she was talking about, I thought it was great, and she made a lot of points. And if you guys want to comment and continue the conversation, shoot us an email, mikeandfranradio@gmail.com. So, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye from Fran.
Have a good one, and try to keep warm because it's getting cold out there.
Yes, and I have to bring my outside plants in.
All right. Goodbye now.
Bye.